The subject is one.
Exactly.
The person is one. That doesn't mean that he can't have multiple attributes. You think that the
Okay, are
Mu'tazila,
you saying
you think that the Jahmiya, you think that the Mu'tazila, you think that the Ibn Sina proponents never brought this argument? Like, you're a joke.
it's okay, Omar? This is where I'm going to ask you the question. The question being, do you believe Allah has real distinctions?
Within his essence, yeah.
Okay,
Really distinct attributes. Yeah.
really distinct attributes. Perfect. Okay, honest Muslim, honest Muslim.
That's our
So
position.
hold on, not all of the people's position and not the Quran's position, right? Because if you're going to say,
Yeah, anyone who claims to be a Muslim and doesn't believe in that, they're going to be automatically not orthodox.
okay, but
Yeah.
please educate me because if the Quran is saying that Allah is one and indivisible, what does that mean to you? Explain to me what it means from the Arabic.
Yeah, one person, he can't be divided. What is a part in your view?
Something that is not the entirety of.
What's the argument for that?
The argument for that is just going to be, for example, if I take the two right hands of Allah, right, and I'm not going to
What book of Mariology have you read to give me this definition of part?
calm down no more. I'm just giving you the argument. You asked for the argument, I'm giving you the argument.
No, I'm just trying to see if you're read on this. Like, what book of Mariology have you read?
I don't have to read Mariology to
Okay, so then
understand
where do you
Allah's
get this definition
conclusion.
of part?
So the
Google?
definition, hold on. The definition of part, I dare you to say this is not a correct definition, is something that is not the entirety of,
Something about the subject that's
composition
not the entirety
within
of
the
the
whole.
subject. That's something about the subject that's not the whole of the subject, right?
Exactly.
I
Thank you.
don't have to grant that definition.
Okay. Why don't you have to grant it?
And even if I want to be a devil's advocate for the position, I can devil's advocate that, and I can say God is a literal he's literally composed, and you won't be able to prove the argument because you don't even know what the crux of the argument is. What is the whole point of someone proving that God is composed? What is the whole point that they're trying to prove?
To under your view,
No, not
because
under
hold
my
on,
view.
hold on.
Under anyone's view who brings the argument that God is composed, what is their argument mainly?
I mean, it depends on the religion and the confines and the teachings of the religion. For
No,
example,
what is the conclusion of the
hold on.
argument?
I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something I had up earlier.
I'm asking, what's the conclusion of the argument? What is the
The
main crux of
conclusion
the
of the
argument?
argument in this case is a logical contradiction from what the Quran says, what the Hadith says, and just a logical
I'm
contradiction in
talking about
general,
the I'm
according
talking
to.
you do realize that this whole argument of composition, no aql ever brings the argument that it's a contradiction. I'm asking you, what is the main crux of the argument? Just tell me you don't know and I'll tell you. I'll teach you. Don't worry.
What are you talking about? I'm telling you what the
You
argument
don't
is.
even know you don't even know what the argument is. Can
The
you put it
argument
like
is, the argument
give it to me
is,
informally?
if Allah is one person who is indivisible without real distinctions. You said there are real distinctions, but the Quran says one person indivisible.
Yeah, what does indivisible
Composition
mean?
and distinctions mean there are either real divisions or formal
The
divisions. I can
subject is
grant you
one.
formal divisions.
The subject is one. There isn't three subjects predicated with God, and there's
I'm
three in
not,
one.
I'm not saying there's three subjects predicated.
That's the whole point. This has
You
nothing
don't
to do
believe
with
in the Trinity.
attributes.
You don't believe in
This has to do with you predicating God onto more than one person.
perfect. Hold on. So wait. Are Allah's attributes Allah? Yes or no?
They're not predicated with God. No,
So they're not him. Perfect.
no,
So Allah's attributes, one of his attributes alone, isn't identical to his entirety, right?
it's not identical to the essence. No.
It's not identical to the essence. Thank you very much. So we just made a distinction between Allah and the attribute that he displays or possesses. There's a distinction and a formal division. This is not a major real division.
What's a formal division? Can
Formal
you define
division.
that?
For example, body and soul. It's formally distinct. The soul is formally distinct from the body or flesh. It's just formal. Like it's
What?
inseparable from,
Are you
but there
stupid?
are distinct.
It's really distinct from from the flesh. You're actually you don't know what you're talking about.
Formally distinct. When
It's
I
a
say
real
formally
distinction.
distinct, it's inseparable. It's inseparable once when you're alive.
It's
When you
inseparable.
die,
Of course. What do you mean it's inseparable?
it's separate.
You can't give a principle it's inseparable only when you're alive. it's a principle. You're gonna have to say if it's
Okay,
inseparable, then it's
Omar.
inseparable. It's
Okay,
separable.
Omar. Okay.
Man, this is looking bad for
Okay.
you. I'm not
Okay,
gonna lie.
Omar.
This is bad.
So is it a formal distinction, yes or no? Or are you just gonna say it's a real distinction?
Formal distinction just has to do with semantical content. I'm talking.
Okay,
It's gonna
but
be a real
is it
distinction.
correct for me to say it's a formal distinction, yes or no?
Nope. It's a real distinction.
Okay. Real distinction materially, formal distinction in terms of the
Why?
connection.
Why are you using materially? We don't have this concept of materially identical, formally
Well, the
distinct.
soul is immaterial, correct?
We don't have this. No, no, the soul is
Is
material.
the soul immaterial?
It is material.
Thank you. So
I said it's material.
immaterial
You
is
guys believe the soul is
distinct.
immaterial.
It's distinct from
And
the
whether it's
material.
material or immaterial has nothing to do with it. Look, God,
Yeah,
he's
I'm
immaterial,
literally affirming your
but the
point.
God that you believe in, I can argue that he's metaphysically composed, but yet he's immaterial. Material and immaterial has nothing to do with it. It's trivial to the argument.
This is literally what I had on before. I was
What do you
telling
mean?
Christians God is composite. Omar, Omar.
Yo, what the hell? Okay, so what do you mean by composite?
Okay, so I'll explain it to you. When I say God is composite, us Christians believe that human nature is composite. So if Christ took on flesh, that human nature is composed, meaning if Jesus Christ is God in the flesh with the divinity,
Yo,
God
Just
is
is laughing.
composite.
He's like, what? he's like, hold on. He's like, yo, he's like, I wasn't expecting
This
that.
isn't a problem for Trinitarians. This doesn't pose a contradiction. It poses a contradiction in your paradigm because you believe in complete Tawheed.
What's the P and
You
not
believe
P?
there cannot be distinctions in your Godhead if your
Who
God
says
is
that?
absolutely one. It's either
Who
your
says
God is
that?
identical to the attribute of all
One just means that he's one
mercifulness.
person.
Wait. Is your God identical to mercy?
Nope.
Your God is not identical to mercy?
Is yours?
Bro, I believe in composition. When it comes to EED from the divine
Do you think
simple
that
essence
attributes can be separated from him?
and the nature of Christ. That's a separate thing. Don't try and flip it on me. I'm pressing you on your beliefs.
I don't
I'm
think you're
pressing
pressing
you
me
on
on
your beliefs.
anything. You haven't given me an argument so far.
I'm giving you an
What's
argument.
the main crux of the argument if God is quote unquote
We're
composed?
getting there. We're
I'm just
getting
asking you,
there.
what's the conclusion? Like, what's the conclusion that people bring?
So we're
If you
slow
don't know, I'll
to the
teach you. If you
conclusion.
don't know, I can teach you. Just ask. Be humble.
I don't need to be taught. I'm slow cooking to the conclusion, bro. I'm slow cooking to the
So far, you
conclusion.
haven't given me an argument. You haven't brought me an informal argument. You haven't brought me a formal argument. You're just embarrassing yourself, and now you've proved to all the Christians that you're a
Oh,
heretic.
no. It's not heresy. It's heresy for any Christian to
It is
affirm
heresy.
ADS.
It is heresy.
Wait. Is affirming ADS as a Christian not heresy? I want to hear it from you.
Yes, it is definitely not heresy as a Christian.
It is not
I mean,
heresy.
I think that you're closer. I think
Hold
that
on.
you're more correct than them. But just
Hold
going, if
on.
you're gonna go based on, let's say, epistemology, for example,
Wait. Hold on.
you would have to reject Aquinas, who is the doctor of the church. So, and the Catholics have,
I don't mind
more
rejection.
historicity than you. He's not a
And you
church
said
father.
you
You see
said
how
you said it
you,
would. Hold on, Omar. You said it wouldn't
Aquinas?
be
Hold on, Aquinas
heresy.
is not a church father. What are you
Wait,
saying?
Omar. You said it wouldn't be heresy for any Christian to affirm ADS. ADS negates distinction, which means I had to correct a Christian for this
No, it doesn't.
yesterday because Palestine was
No, it doesn't.
absolutely flaming him.
ADS doesn't negate any kind of
Palestine
distinction.
was
It
absolutely
negates real distinctions.
it negates
There's still a real
distinction.
distinction in their view between the persons.
It negates distinctions. It
No, it doesn't.
really negates distinctions.
No, it
Yes, it
doesn't.
does.
They don't
Yes, it
believe in
does.
that.
It
I
does.
can devil's advocate that position and fold you. Like I can literally just
Go
devil
ahead.
advocate
Go ahead.
ADS. Okay,
Absolute
okay,
divine simplicity
okay.
involves there are no
Blockboy.
distinctions between the subject
Okay,
or
yeah,
intrinsically in its
that's just
property.
false. That's just false. They believe that
Not
there's.
false.
They believe in some kind of distinction. They believe the
If
persons are
there
really
are
distinct from each
hold on, if
other.
there are distinctions, there is composition even on a
What
conceptual
kind
level.
of distinctions?
Even formal distinctions or minor real distinctions entail some sort of composition on a
Formal distinctions?
conceptual level.
What, bro? What are you saying? Okay, hold on. If the persons are identical to the essence and the persons are really distinct from each other, does that entail composition in their view?
Hold on. You said if the persons are identical to the, we don't hold that the persons are absolutely identical to or reduced to the essence alone. There's a hypostasis of the persons in relation to each other, which means they're distinct from each other while all retaining the same one essence even before incarnation. So what's the argument? You haven't posed an argument.
That's stupid, because the whole point is that they all share this one nature, so they would all be reduced to that nature, and then there would be a relative aspect in which they're distinct. That's the whole point of divine simplicity.
If they're reduced to that nature, that's where the contradiction comes in. If they're reduced to that nature, then it becomes modalism, because there's no
How?
distinction now
Okay,
between
I can
each
devil's
person.
advocate their position. How?
Go ahead.
No, how? You just said that it entails modalism.
Yeah, exactly, because now there's no distinction between each person. If each person possesses the exact identical
There is
properties
based on their
as
relations.
each other, there are no distinctions that set
No,
them
there
apart.
is.
There
There
are
is
no
based on.
relations that
No,
set them
based on their relations, there are.
apart. You're presupposing there are now relations. The
Okay,
relations are
does
based
the
upon
father begets the son doesn't
actions,
beget the father. There you go. Different
properties.
relations.
Hold on. So according to that logic, you would be okay with Christians saying there are three fathers. Christians believe in three fathers.
You can't even refute me, and I'm devil's advocating. I'm devil's advocating their position.
Omar, laughing is not going to
I'm
help
devil's
you.
advocating Thomism. You haven't given me an argument against it.
Omar, laughing is not going to help your argument.
No, it's just funny because you're embarrassing yourself. Give me an argument.
I give you the argument. You're not responding. You're just laughing.
Give me an argument how it
Do you remember what I said?
modalism. You just reasserted the
Do
conclusion.
you
You said if
remember
they're
what I said?
identical
No.
to the. You said if they're
Repeat
identical
what
to
I
the
said.
essence, then it entails modalism.
Repeat what I said.
I know he's not a Thomist. Oh no, yeah, I'm not a Thomist. Yeah, I know. Look, it's simple. You said that because the persons would be identical to the essence, therefore it entails modalism. How?
Exactly. If the persons are identical and only reduced to the essence,
Okay,
now
if
there's no
P.
distinction
Okay,
between
so you
each
said if.
person.
You said if. Okay, you said if. Okay, you want to bring a formal argument because you're giving an informal argument and you're just asserting. So now I would like a formal argument
Yeah,
because
so
you're just asserting
Is
this.
the if statement for this argument, is it
So if
untrue?
P.
Is the conclusion untrue?
So if
Would the
P.
conclusion be illogical? Yes or no?
So
Because I'm gonna quote you.
if P, then Q. Go ahead.
No, don't run to that. Is it,
That's the
answer my
whole point.
question, is it
You're the
illogical?
one bringing the argument.
Is the conclusion of the if statement objection to your claim illogical? Yes or no?
If it entails modalism, then there would be a contradiction.
Thank you. If it entails modalism, and
If
that modalism is a contradiction, which means
so, what's the
I'm
argument?
advocating that this modalism would be a contradiction to the relations between the person,
Okay, so what's the
and
P
it
and
would
not
be
P?
a collapse, which
So what's the
means
P and not P?
define what. Okay, stop using these terms. Define what the P and
What's
not
the
P means.
contradiction? What's the contradiction?
The contradiction is, again, God
Bro, this
cannot
is sad. I'm
have
actually devil's
all
advocating a
these
position that I
properties
genuinely
that are
believe is a
identically the
contradiction.
same with the three persons if we know that Christ took on humanity, i.e. flesh. This is not going to be true for the Father, and if he's reduced to the essence alone, he cannot, this would entail that he is identical to the Father and the Holy Spirit, and
Why?
people could make
That right
the
there was an
argument
assertion. That right
that
there was an
Jesus
assertion.
is the Father and the Holy Spirit, which is blasphemy. This
That
is why
right
I'm
there was
telling
an
you, you
assertion.
cannot use that argument.
That right there was an assertion. What's the argument
No,
for
it's
that?
not. It's not an assertion.
Yeah, it was.
It's
You said
deductive
therefore he would
reasoning
be
that follows.
identical.
Refute it.
Okay,
Refute it.
so give me
Refute
the
it.
premises. Give me the premises.
Refute it. Now you're asking for premises.
No,
Refute
it's
it.
invalid. I don't have to refute anything that's
Refute
invalid. You have to demonstrate how it's valid.
it. Explain how it's invalid.
Because you said if
You can't
they're
explain.
identical to the essence, I'm talking. You said if it's identical to the essence, then therefore the Father would be identical to the essence and the Son would be identical to the essence, and then it would entail modalism. How? What's the argument for that?
If
Why
it's
would they have to be
if
Why would they have to be
well,
identical to each other?
our background is you said so. You said if it's identical, if Christ is identical to the essence and the Father is identical to the essence, and same with the Holy Spirit, you said it's not modalism, or you said it is modalism.
No, I'm asking for the argument for it to be modalism. And you know what's funny? I genuinely believe it is modalism, but you can't even give me an argument. I'm devil's advocating their position.
I'm giving you the argument. Yeah, exactly.
So give me the argument.
Again, modalism would just entail, again, that they're all reduced to the same substance and properties. There's no distinction between them. Therefore, where the modalism comes in is just going to be,
There is a real
one
distinction.
person one
there's a relative
person
aspect with the persons,
using
and
these three substantiations or changes. There's
no,
no
no, no,
change here at
no.
all, but three
There's an absolute.
substantiations,
There's an absolute.
hypostases.
I'm gonna
Hold
respond.
on. That's the
There's an
contradiction. That's the
what's the P and
contradiction.
what's the P and not P? What's the P and not P? I'm waiting. Because there's one aspect that's absolute. It's going to be that one act of subsistence, and then there's going to be a relative act, which is going to be three acts of subsistence, and we're going to distinguish them based on the relations. So there is going to be a distinction between the persons, but
But
not the persons
you're
a real
presupposing the
distinction.
relations now. That's a
Are,
that's a
does the father be,
presupposition of the relations. You don't know the
does the son
relations.
hold on? Does the son beget the father?
No, the son does not beget the father.
Does the father
But
beget the
prove,
son?
hold on, but prove in this relation that the son is begotten.
You're getting barbecued on a position that I genuinely believe
You're not
is
barbecuing anything. You're
modalism.
just laughing and not
You
listening to my
haven't given me an
position. When I
argument.
answer
You
you,
haven't
you
given me an
just laugh.
argument. This
You
is
throw at
sad.
homonyms. You act
What's the ad
like you're
hom that I've
winning the
sent?
debate.
What's the
This
ad
is
hom
not
that I've given?
how
What's
you
an ad
win
hom?
a
You
debate.
didn't use ad hom correctly. I responded to the argument and then I insulted you. That's not ad hom.
No, exactly. Ad hom is just an
You
insult.
didn't give me an argument. You didn't know. An ad hom is not just an insult.
Yeah, it's
It's
an
me
insult
insulting because
in
because
place of an
instead of
argument.
responding to the argument, I'm insulting.
You
But I
didn't
responded
respond
to
to
the
the
argument
argument.
and then I insulted you. Yes, I did.
No, you didn't
I
respond to the
asked you for
argument
the.
at all.
I've been waiting for an argument.
You just gave a red herring. That's all you did. You
What's the
gave a
red?
red herring.
What's the red herring?
You started going on into a tangent about how I didn't know what I was talking about when it came to, or how I was getting barbecued on the position. How, sir, how does me
How's that red herring?
allegedly
That
getting
has to do with the
barbecued on the
topic.
position have to do with your response to the argument?
I'm just asking for an
Exactly.
argument.
So you
I'm
know
just,
you did a red.
bro.
It's a red herring. It's a red
I'm.
herring.
That's
It's a
not a
red
red
herring.
herring. It
Omar,
has to do
you
with
see,
the
you have no
topic.
response. You have no response.
I didn't introduce a different topic. I'm just
You have
asking
no
you. What's the argument
response.
that it would lead to modalism?
You have no response, Omar.
Okay, this is your
Omar.
argument. The father is identical to the essence. The son is identical to the essence. Therefore, the son must be identical to the father. What's the argument for that?
Therefore, the son is identical to the father.
Yeah. What's the argument for
But
that?
that would be the modalistic perspective, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, but what's the
And
argument?
you're asking me what's the contradiction?
No, I'm asking you. What's the freaking argument? Damn it.
That is the what? Omar, are you
That's
slow?
that's just an assertion. I
That
need
is the
justification for
that's the
that.
point I'm trying to make. It would be
I
modalism.
already told you that there's an absolute aspect. I said there's a one.
Stop,
I
bro,
said there's
stop.
one
Come
act
on,
of
Omar, you could
subsistence,
do
and
better
then
than
there's a
this.
relative
I
aspect between the
literally told
persons.
you the contradiction is
There's three
modalism.
acts. There's three acts of
The
subsistence,
contradiction is
and
modalism.
they're distinguished by their relations. So what's the argument?
Again, you're presupposing the relations. How can you be saying that the
How am I
son was begotten
presupposing the
in this
relations?
relation?
You already agreed to me that the
Hold
father
on.
has different relations to the son.
How can the
So I didn't
source?
presuppose.
This is the contradiction. How can the source of the spiration of the Trinity or of the persons,
I'm sorry, a contradiction. You don't
have
say
flesh?
how does X when you lay out
How is the
contradiction,
creator?
you
Hold
say
on.
P
How does
and
the
not P.
creator possess an attribute of the creation before creation existed? That's the contradiction.
What the
Answer the
hell?
contradiction.
Bro,
Answer
is that really an
exactly,
argument?
exactly, exactly,
How is that a contradiction? What's
exactly.
the P and not P?
Exactly. I
What
just
does that
gave you
have
the
to do with what
PNP.
does that have to do with the argument against
Creator
the Trinity?
possesses a property
What does that have to do with the persons
that the
being identical
second
to each
person of the
other?
Trinity has after
Yeah, that's
coming
just
into
they just
creation.
have different hypostatic
How does
properties.
the Father possess the same property
they just have different
before creation?
because
Before his creation of Adam and Eve, how does he have flesh?
wait, do you think that God gains flesh is just going to be extrinsic. It's not going to be something that
Yo,
he is
yo,
essential for him.
Mr. Juice. I'm gonna call you Juice. Come up. Bro's
Bro,
glazing. Omar,
this
you
is
have a number
bad.
one glazer. You have a glazer
This
over
is
here.
bad. No, I think even the Christians are laughing at you because
It's
you
okay.
actually
Let
haven't
them
given an
laugh. Let them
argument.
laugh.
Here, look, Blockboy. If you want a good argument, I'll give you
Let
one.
them laugh. He's a Catholic anyways. That's why he doesn't like.
Blockboy, do you want me to give you an argument so that you can actually give an argument? Because your argument is shit. I'm just be honest.
That's your opinion. Go ahead. Give me the argument.
Wait, so then why are you asking me for the argument if your argument was good?
Go ahead, because I value your opinion. I value your opinion. Give me the
yeah, sure.
argument. I don't
Yeah,
agree with your
sure.
opinion. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Give me the
sure,
argument.
buddy. Yeah, sure, buddy.
You see, it's just a laughing game with you.
Bro,
You
you
see,
can
this
bring
guy
any
thinks
Christian up right
laughing
now and they
and
would laugh at you. This is
mocking and
embarrassing.
all this
You
is
you
gonna
genuinely
prove
you
argument.
genuinely don't even know what you're talking about. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, Omar. I'm just a layman who doesn't know what he's saying.
Yeah, really, you
and
are.
who's up here with Muslims just to play. That's not what I'm doing,
How
bro.
does it feel that I devil advocate like a position that I don't even hold, and you
I
got
don't. I could care
Blocboy
less,
teach?
Omar. You still haven't responded, bro. You literally have been ad
Bro, hey
hocking.
Blocboy,
You've been ad
how,
hocking the
how,
whole time, bro.
how's it feel to lose?
You've been ad hocking the whole time.
How's it feel to lose, Blocboy?
You
You
see, you can't
lost.
respond to your ad hocs.
No, I
You
need
see,
an
you're ad
argument.
hocking right
You
now.
didn't. How's that an ad hoc? I'm just saying, how's it feel to lose?
I'm asking you
I'm
to
just telling you, how does it feel to
respond. I'm
lose?
asking you to respond
He is
to
becoming Coptic
this is
soon.
the contradiction to the contradiction of how it becomes modalism. And
Yeah,
your answer
yeah,
is,
yeah.
oh, define modalism. What is modalism? How can you be
Whatever,
sure it's
man.
modalism and the relations between the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit?
Yeah, how does it entail modalism? I'm just waiting for an
You
argument.
you you
I'm chilling.
conceded it was modalism before. Thank you very much. You're cooked. You
Just because I
conceded it was
wait,
modalism
so
before.
just because I
You
believe
conceded.
it does
Chat,
entail
chat, chat.
modalism,
Did
that
he
doesn't mean
not
that you gave me
concede it
a
was
valid argument.
modalism before? Put one in the chat if he conceded it was modalism before. Put two if he didn't.
So
I want to see
because,
who's honest.
so let me get
Put
the
one in the
argument.
chat if he conceded it was
So
modalism
so let
before.
me get the argument.
He
Because
conceded it was modalism.
so
He
because
conceded it was
let's
modalism.
just give an
Even your
example.
own Muslim brothers are saying he
Let's
conceded it was modalism.
calm
He
down, don't panic. Let's just
conceded.
give an example.
He
Let's say
conceded.
let's
Oh,
say
now
let's
your
say
Muslim brothers are coming in the chat saying,
yeah.
"Oh,
So look, it's simple, right? Just because I believe that, even if I believe that it is modalism, that doesn't mean that you gave me a good argument. Even if I believe that it does entail modalism, that doesn't mean that you provided me a good argument.
So when you agreed to my position that this argument I gave you is modalism, how is that not a
No,
good argument?
I said if
So if
the
you're agreeing
I
to my
said
argument and
if
it's not a good
I
argument, you
said
just
based
contradicted
on
yourself. Thank you very much.
based
So
on
now,
your first premise. If your first premise is true, then
hold on.
yeah,
You agreed to
but it's
something
not.
you don't agree with. That's another contradiction. That's another
I think you're
contradiction.
just stupid. I genuinely think you're just stupid.
That's
I
another
said
contradiction.
if your premises are true, then it would lead to modalism, but they weren't. You don't
But
know
you
how to
agreed
give
to
your
the
argument.
premises, which means you
Your
agree
argument
that
was
it's modalism, and now
trash.
you're saying it's not
Your
modalism. So
argument
you
was
just
shit. You
contradict
don't know how to
yourself.
argue.
Three
You don't know how to give
contradictions.
this argument, dude. If you want, I
Three
can teach you.
contradictions. Three. You want a hat trick? You got a hat trick. Omar, he scored a hat trick. Please, someone do this for him. So someone do this for him. Hat trick, like Ronaldo. Hat trick, hat
Yeah.
trick.
So you
Proud of your
lost.
hat trick?
As if you lose.
Are you proud of the hat trick?
I'm chilling. I'm just waiting for an argument. Chilling like a villain.
What? Hold on.
You're the
I'll
one
let
who's
you. I'll let you.
laughing. You're all hyped up. You're panicked. You're in panic
Hold on.
mode. You haven't given me an
I'm
argument.
not panicking, bro. Hold on. I'll let you. I'll let you attack my
I'm
position.
just, I'm just, I'm just, I'm just trolling, man. Like you can't give me an argument. Your argument
I'm
was
trolling
shit.
too. I'll let you attack the position, bro. Go ahead. Prove how composition in the Godhead is contradiction.
Okay, you want me to? Okay, I'll argue like a Thomist. Okay, so is the Father the essence? Is he all the essence, or is he part of the essence?
No, the Father, just like the Son and the Holy Spirit, have the entirety of the essence. They all share it, right? But they're distinguished by their own hypostases, which means their own person,
So you're a
right? So their
Thomist.
own person is identical to
Wait,
the
oh, hold
person
on.
of
Is the Father identical to
the.
the essence?
He possesses the essence. He's
Is
not
he identical
identical
to
to
it?
the essence in the way that he's reduced to the essence. No.
Beautiful. Okay, so a part is something about the subject that's not the whole of the subject. Is the Father the whole of the essence?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He possesses the entirety of the essence.
But is he the whole of the essence?
But hold on. But his person,
Don't
wait.
panic now.
You could argue that his person is part. I wouldn't say his person is part of him, but his person is intrinsic to him.
I didn't
It's
ask if it's
necessary
intrinsic.
to
I didn't
him.
ask if it's necessary. I didn't ask if it's
No,
intrinsic.
no,
I
no.
asked you.
It doesn't matter if you don't like
That
the
has
answer.
nothing to do with the argument. I'm asking you because a part is something about the subject that's not the whole of the subject. Okay, now is the Father something about the essence?
Is the Father something about the essence? English?
Yeah. Yep.
What?
Is the Father
Jews
something
come
about the
up.
essence, or is he the whole of the essence?
No, he possesses the entirety of the essence.
That's not what I asked you. I said, is he something
No,
about
I'm
the essence,
answering.
or is he the whole of the essence?
He is not the entirety of the essence. He
Okay,
possesses the
okay,
entirety
okay,
of the
okay. So if
essence.
he's not the entirety of the essence, what is he? What's the opposite of that?
He possesses the there's stop trying to
What's
force
the
a
opposite? What's the
dichotomy on me.
opposite of
That's not how
entirety?
it works.
What's the opposite of entirety?
None. That's not what it is. I don't know why you're laughing
What's
because
the
you're
opposite?
actually ad hocing,
What's
adding
the
on
how's
stuff, and
that ad
actually
hoc?
strawmanning my
How's
position.
that ad hoc? How's
You're
that ad
changing your
hoc?
position. First you were saying,
Bro, you're getting
oh,
baked.
does the Father's essence entail part? And
No,
now
I
you're
asked
saying,
you.
oh, is
You
the
said he's not the
Father the
entirety.
entirety of the essence?
You said he's not the entirety. So what's the opposite of entirety?
I said he's not the entirety, he possesses the entirety. Just like the Son and the Holy
Okay,
Spirit possess the entirety.
so is he identical to it?
Exactly. He possesses the entirety, just like the Son and the Holy Spirit.
Okay, is the father predicated? Is the father predicated onto the essence?
Is the Father predicated onto the essence?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to make it
Verify.
sound like the essence is something completely separate from the Father?
No, not separate. I wasn't saying separation. That's just
You're
distinction.
not slick, bro. You're not slick.
No one said anything about separation. That's just distinction. Is the father something about the essence?
The person of the Father is distinct from the essence, but he possesses the entirety of the essence.
So is he something about the essence?
I don't understand this language.
Is the father something about the essence? A part is
What do you
something.
mean? Define that.
A part is something about the subject. It's not the whole of the subject.
Is the Father a part of the essence? The essence doesn't have parts. Nice try.
Okay, so then he's identical to it. Then he's identical to it.
Don't try that on me.
A
What?
part is something about the subject. That's not the whole of the subject. So something
Yeah,
about
the person. Hold
the
on.
essence.
This is where I'm gonna educate you, Omar. I'm gonna educate you.
You
The Father
literally fell
is
into
not the
partialism without
the
me even
person
doing it
is
to you
not the
because
entirety of the Godhead. The
okay,
person of the Father is
perfect.
not the entirety. Just like the
Okay,
Son, the person of the Son is not the entirety. We're not talking about
perfect.
the essence.
Okay,
We're
so
talking about person.
what's the opposite of the of entirety?
Bro, stop it. You see, you're regurgitating the same thing that because you have no rebuttal.
No, I'm just asking you. What's the
You have no
opposite?
rebuttal. You have no
What's the
rebuttal.
opposite? I'm asking.
You
What's
have
the
no. I
opposite?
already answered your question.
No, what's the
What's my
opposite of
answer?
entirety? What's the opposite of
Irrelevant. Red
entirety?
herring. Red
No, that's not a red
Red
herring.
herring
That
to my
has
answer. I already
exactly
answered
to do
you.
with the
I already
topic.
answered
What's the
you.
opposite of
I already
entirety?
answered you. Stop running. You see, you're running.
Bro,
You can't answer the question. You can't answer the question. You can't answer the
I think
question.
I'm gonna just let bring Justin up. I'll just let
Yeah,
him
yeah,
go too
Justin. Yeah, Justin, come
because
up. Come up,
you
Justin.
got cooked. This is embarrassing.
Okay, okay.
I'm devil's
Blocboy got
advocating
good.
Thomism.
Blocboy got
I'm
good.
devil's advocating Thomism right now, and you're getting shit on. That's crazy.
Blocboy
That's
got good. Oh
embarrassing.
my goodness. I keep on
That's
asking the same
embarrassing.
question to make it look like the Blockboy doesn't know what he's talking about, but Blockboy already
No,
answered the
it's law
question
of excluded.
twice.
It's law of
But
excluded
now
middle.
I, Omar, am running. I am running. How does it feel to be?
How
How does it feel to be a track
isn't
star?
God dependent on his part?
So now you're
What do you
changing
mean?
it. Thank you. W
Bring Justin up. I want to see a
run.
Christian. I want to see a Christian mock you
Run.
too.
W sprint.
Yeah, bring Justin
W
up. I want to see
runner.
a Christian mock you
You're
too.
running from the argument. Thank you very much. This is shifting the goalpost.
I already
You
brought you the
asked me,
argument. You don't want to engage. I asked you if he's
what's the
the
question
entirety
again?
of
What's the
it.
question? You said is the
I
Father
said
part of the essence?
I
Is that
said
what you said?
what's the opposite of entirety? Because you said the Father's not the entirety of it. So what's the opposite of entirety?
No, I said the Father possesses the entirety
That's a
of the
cap.
essence.
Like 5 minutes ago, you said the Father isn't the entirety of the essence.
No, I said the
Yes,
Father
you did.
can't be reduced to the
No,
entirety of the
no.
essence.
You blundered. You said the Father is not the entirety
I
of it. He
said the
possesses
Father
it.
cannot be reduced to the entirety of the essence. I made that very clear.
Okay, perfect. He's not reduced to the entirety of the essence. So what's the opposite of entirety?
That's not going to follow because I already said he has an hypostasy. He is
He's
the
getting
person
hypostases,
which
and
is
the
distinct
hypostases,
from
the
the
hypostatic
essence, which
properties.
he possesses the entirety of in relation to
You think that
the
that's gonna
Son and
save
the Holy
you?
Spirit,
Bro, you're baked.
who is the
You are
same in
baked.
terms of possession of
That's
the
not the
entirety
question
of
I
the
asked.
essence and hypostasy
What
of their
is the
own person.
opposite
Thank
of
you very much.
entirety? What is the opposite of entirety?
I already answered your question. Stop asking the
No,
same
look,
question.
there's entirety, and then what's the opposite of entirety? Just like thing, there's
I
thing.
really did not say the Father is
Just
not.
like
Hold
here,
on.
look.
I said the Father is not the entirety of the essence alone,
Okay, so then what's the opposite of entirety?
right? He cannot be reduced to the entirety of the
What's the
essence
opposite
alone.
of entirety? When you say the word entirety, what's the opposite to that then?
What did I say? What was my initial answer? I answered your question right
You're
off the
saying he
bat.
possesses it. I'm asking you, what's the opposite of entirety? Engage.
What was my answer to that?
I already told you. You said he possesses it. What's the opposite of entirety?
No. What was my other answer to that?
It has nothing to do with hypostatic properties.
Oh, exactly. So you just conceded that I did answer, but
How
you
is it a
just want to
concession?
clip. You just want to clip.
I'm
You just want to clip.
I'm not even recording
You
because you're
just
too
want to
low tier.
clip. Look.
Listen, block boy,
I think
block
2,
boy,
3, 4, 5,
block boy. Right now, listen,
10,000 steps ahead, bro.
block boy.
I
Wallahi,
think
I'm not.
10,000 steps
Listen,
ahead, bro. Catch up,
block
catch
boy.
up, catch up,
Let's see if you think 10,000 steps ahead.
catch up.
Wallahi, may
Well,
Allah take
wallahi,
my
yo.
soul right now if I'm recording. I'm not recording. You know why? Because you're too low tier to record. You're a clown.
I don't care. I could
That's
be
why.
Z tier on your list. I could care less.
Not even Z tier. You didn't even make Z tier.
I don't
But
care.
anyways, you can rise, Justin. I think I had enough fun. You got
I think
baked.
Justin. Okay, yeah.
I devil's advocate Thomism, and you
You
got
did
cooked.
nothing. You absolutely did
Yeah,
nothing.
sure.
You're not even You're not even on the list.
Not even on the list, man. You're not
Justin,
even
we're
on the
gonna deal
list.
with you.
All right.
Is God composite, Justin? Is God composite? You were in my life before when I had this.
bro.
When I had this, bro.
Here,
Is
I
he
actually have a
composite?
question. I said no. Wait, I have
He's
a
not?
question. How doesn't the Euthyro dilemma apply to you?
No. Don't try and shift.
I
You
shifted
said God is not composite?
question. I said no. So how doesn't the Euthyro
Okay. So you just guys look what he did. He just denied the incarnation of Christ by saying God is not composite. He denies the composite nature of Christ that he took in via the incarnation. Thank you very much.
What?
You're not even a Christian. Take it back. Take it back.
I don't
Or
even
you're
know
not a
what you're
Christian.
saying. How does that deny the incarnation?
It denies the incarnation. When you
How?
say God is not composite,
Uh-huh.
I'm specifically saying God is composite in respect to the second person of the Trinity, Jesus Christ, and his humanity. Refute
So
me. You
that's
said
what you
no,
meant
he's
the
not.
whole time? That's what you meant the whole time? That God is composite in this?
No,
Really? Is that what
no.
you've been saying
He's
that time?
lying. He lied. He said that the
You're
Father
lying.
is
I've
not
been here
reduced to
for a
the
minute.
essence.
You're
He said the
lying.
Father is not reduced to the essence. If the Father is not reduced to the essence,
me.
Wait,
then
you're
that's
lying
just
because that's
brain
not
rot.
what you've been saying the whole time, bro.
Contradict yourself. Refute me.
Dude, you're contradicting yourself. You didn't say that.
Bro, ad hominems are not gonna help you. Refute me.
That's not even an ad
Refute
hom.
it. Refute
Bro.
it. This doesn't pose a
Wait,
problem
do you
for
know
the
what an ad
Trinity.
hom is? What's an ad hom?
To say God is composite in respect to
What's
Jesus
an
Christ
ad
and his
hom?
humanity is
What's an
not a
ad
problem
hom?
for the Trinity.
Wait, okay, that's good.
Refute
What's an
it.
ad hom? What's an ad hom? Okay,
I
you don't
see,
know what an ad
guys,
hom
he's
is.
running. He
This is
can't even
sad.
answer.
Block boy, this
He
is
said,
sad.
"Oh,
Dude,
what's
listen.
an
How
ad
does it
hom?"
feel?
He's
Bro,
diverting.
I can devil's
embarrassing.
advocate Thomism and shit
He's
on you. That's bad.
diverting. He's
Bro,
diverting.
Anti's not
That's
even a
bad.
Thomist.
Diverting.
And he cleared you.
This is what
Look, I
Joe, are you
answered
a
your
Catholic?
question though. I said God isn't composite, but you're saying that God is composite in a virtue of the second person. Why are you now saying this? Like, why are you now changing up?
No. Because is Jesus God? Is
Bro,
Jesus
can
God?
you answer my question? Why are
Is
you now
Jesus God? I'm
changing up?
answering your question with a question. Is Jesus God?
Yeah,
Okay. Did Jesus possess a composite nature, i.e., humanity in the flesh?
sure.
Okay. Now, the deductive
Oh,
reasoning
don't
and
run
argument.
before the incarnation. Before the
Jesus
incarnation
is
the
God who
Son
possessed flesh, which is composite, which means God is
no
composite. Thank you very
That
much.
no
In
doesn't
no
respect
mean
to the
God
second
is
person of
no.
the Trinity.
composite.
Before
Thank you
the
very much. That's an
incarnation.
What?
Okay,
indirect
block
concession.
boy, block
Yo,
boy.
this
Watch.
dude is not real.
Concession.
You
That's
try
all I needed.
you try playing a trick on
Concession.
him. You try
No,
playing a
he
trick on
really
him.
tried that.
Concession.
Before the
No, dude,
incarnation,
he's obviously talking about
before
the
he was incarnated.
incarnation.
Yeah, before he was incarnate.
Oh yeah, I mean
Before he
that's what
was
I'm trying to
incarnate. Let's
get
talk
at.
about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
before he was
that's what I'm trying to
incarnate.
get at.
Before the incarnation,
Yeah, was he composite?
I'm specifically talking about the
No, you're
incarnation. But if you want to
not.
go
You're
before the
lying.
incarnation,
You're lying.
just admit you're ad hocing and you're
Bro,
shifting
listen,
the
bro.
goalposts.
It's not
Admit
even
it.
you don't know what an ad hom is. You don't know what an ad hom
Ad
is.
hoc. Ad hoc.
Oh, I'm ad hocing.
Shifting
Tell me
your
what ad hoc means.
stance in your argument from God. You said God was
Look, tell
not
me what ad hoc
composite,
means. I don't think
to
you know what that
shifting
means.
it to, oh,
Just say you
let's
don't know
talk
what it
about
means.
before the incarnation, because you just conceded that Jesus Christ, being God in his humanity, is composite. You just contradicted
Hey,
yourself.
wait,
Now you're
no.
shifting
You're
to
like,
put
yo,
before the
you
incarnation.
literally
You're
said
shifting. You're
in
shifting.
virtue. Yo, you need to calm down. This dude's geeking.
Justin,
Is
why are
God
you shifting
composite?
like
Hold
the
on. Is
NBA
God
players,
composite
bro?
before the
Why are you
incarnation?
Yes,
pivoting?
God, like just answer that, bro. Since you
You're
like
stepping.
can't
You're
answer
pivoting
anything
like the
else.
NBA players,
Look,
bro.
can you
Stop
calm down,
pivoting.
bro? Is it okay? Look, is God composite prior to the incarnation?
Bro, you got baked.
Is
I
God
gave an
composite?
argument for this before. Oh, just listen. Just listen.
Okay, what's
You
your
can
argument?
make an argument. You can make an argument that God is composite via the division of person, not essence, that make up the triune God that we worship. So numerically, we know that there are three persons which are distinct from each other but united via the one
Wait.
essence. Take the
Numerically, we're
wait.
three
Take the
persons.
essence out of the picture. We're just talking about the persons. Like I already said, they're not identical to each other. We can draw divisions by persons, not essence. So those three persons, because they're not identical to each other, and because they make up the triunity, which is the one God that we worship,
What? You
say
just said
this
not
is a
essence. You
numerical
just said. Wait, why
composition
did you
of
go
our
to
God.
essence when you
This
just
does
said not
not
essence?
mean this doesn't
Wait, bro,
mean
listen to what you
polytheism.
just said. You just said not essence, and then you're saying they make up the triunity. Which one is it? Is it the
They make
essence or
up the
not?
triunity.
Okay,
Yes,
is that
they make up
essence?
the
Is that essence?
triunity.
Is that
These are
essence?
the persons. We're talking about
Wait,
the
answer my
persons.
question.
Leave
Is
the
that
essence out of it
essence?
because the essence are
You
not
you just
the
said leave
essence is
the
not
essence
being
out of it,
divided.
but then you just said they make
The
up the
essence is not
essence.
being divided. Listen, I
Yo, this
said
guy,
division by
bro,
persons. Hold
bro.
on, Justin. Do we divide the essence?
Can you stop with the
Do we
sophistry?
divide the
Listen to
essence?
what you just said. You
Do we
just
divide
said
the
we're
essence? Yes
not
or no?
gonna bring up the
Blocboy, you
essence,
Do we
can't
and then
divide
you
divide?
it.
say they
Answer the question.
make up
Answer the question,
the
bro.
Trinity.
Do we as
Yeah, we
Christians
need to
divide
calm
the
down.
essence? Yes or no? He's drunk or something. He might
So
go
Yo, you
off his
think
Blocboy,
I'm
gaga.
drunk?
Do
I
we
can't
as
tell if you're
Christians
on.
divide the essence? Yes or
Blocboy, the
no?
only Christians that are supporting right now are the ones who are brain dead. So look,
Do
Blocboy, let me
as
let me ask you
Christians
this
divide the
before I drop
essence?
because I'm gonna just go. Blocboy, you said that you said numerically, right? So you got the Father who's a God, the Son who's God, and the Holy Spirit who's God. Are there three gods in any sense? Yes or no?
No, my
In
point
any
here
sense
is
whatsoever. In
the three
any sense
persons make up the
whatsoever.
one God. We're leaving
But
out the essence because the
in
essence is not
any
being
sense,
divided
in any
via
sense,
distinction.
in any
Thank you very
sense
much. Thank you
whatsoever.
very much. Thank you very much. I answered the
If you
question.
count the persons, are there three gods in any sense?
Why can't you answer him?
I already answered him. I already know what he's
You didn't
saying.
even answer it.
He's gonna say,
Wait,
"Oh,
what was
three
his question?
persons in this
What was
case
his
mean three
question?
gods."
Wait, what was
But
his
he
question?
he, he contradicted
Wait,
himself
what
because
was
if
his
he tries to say
question?
that, he already said the
Like, that's
essence
cool. What was his
is that
question?
you have
What
to
was his
reduce
question?
God to the essence. I already took the
Yeah.
essence out of the picture for this, so he's cooked. He's cooked. He's
Look,
cooked.
look. I
He's
think
cooked.
you could take on two Christians, bro. Bring up Michael, bro.
Michael, I'll bring him up.
Yeah,
Michael request.
the yellow M&M dude. Yeah, bring him up. But
This is
yeah.
crazy.
Bro, how do you say we're not gonna bring up essence, but then you bring up essence by stating that the three persons make up the triunity? That like you literally just said we're not gonna talk about essence, and then you
Yeah,
bring up
when I
essence.
said we're not talking about the essence, is because we don't. Now I made divisions between the
I'm
persons
not gonna
via
hold you. You lagged. You
distinction.
gotta repeat yourself.
There's no wait. Is there a distinction between the essence
Wait, I didn't
of
hear
the
you.
Father
Gotta
and the Son?
repeat yourself. You lagged when you put on your headphones.
My bad. My bad. Is there a distinction of the essence between the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit? Yes or no?
Of course not.
Exactly. That's why when I'm drawing the distinction between the persons alone and saying these three persons who are distinct from each other make up the triunity, the
Wait,
one
I'm
God we
not even
worship,
trolling you.
right?
You're actually
When
lagging,
I say
bro.
there's division
Like
between them,
you're laggy, bro. You gotta like fix something on your
I'm
end. But bro,
lagging.
bring up Michael.
My bad.
Bring up Michael. He's
I don't see him
requesting. He
requesting.
said.
Okay, yeah,
Okay, then
he's
just
requesting.
yeah, sure, cool.
He's requesting.
Am I bugging? Is he lagging, Michael, or is it just me?
Yeah, he put them janky ass headphones on.
My God.
Yeah, this dude. Wait, so listen, he just
My
said,
bad.
Michael, that he's not gonna bring up essence, but then he goes on to say that the three persons make up triunity. Like what? That just doesn't make
Well,
sense.
no,
Yeah.
even in
So
the sense he's
wait. You're
talking
saying that the
about.
three persons don't make up the triune God?
No, even in the sense you're
I want to hear
talking
you
about,
say
you
it.
cannot say that God is composite because, like, to be composite means to be contingent.
Yeah, I was
Good
just about to
argument for
ask you,
that.
like, that's why I was gonna throw a dilemma at you. Like, how doesn't that fix into your paradigm? Like, when God like
Contingent,
makes
meaning
moral
they rely
statements,
upon one another, right?
I
No,
mean,
they're
that's
not
what.
dependent on each other. No, we want to say
They're
that.
not. They're not dependent on. So thank you. You
No, it's
cooked
a
yourself in there. You have
category.
three independent gods. You have three independent persons.
No,
You have three.
that's not what I said, bro. You see how he's adding on to it?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have
he's
three
really
independent
trying it, bro. He's
persons.
trying to make it seem
You
like
have
something
three
it's not. It's
gods.
like
You
embarrassing.
have
I
three
didn't say they were
gods.
dependent or independent. It's a category.
Yes, you
They're
did.
not.
You're making an argument against the dependency of the one person on another. This
No,
monarchical
bro. It's a false
Trinitarianism.
dilemma.
It's not a false dilemma. This is according to
Yes,
your
it is.
argument.
You're
You have
saying
He's
three
either. You're
faking it,
saying
bro.
independent persons. You have
you're
three
quite literally
independent
saying they're either a
gods.
dependent or independent. I'm saying they're
Bro,
Bro,
he's
neither.
even the
just speaking
Muslims,
about.
even the
Yo, this dude need to
Muslims
calm
could
down,
figure
bro.
this out, bro. Even the
Bro,
Muslims
you're
Look,
too
could figure
hyper,
this out,
bro.
bro.
Like,
no, for real. Like,
Even
yo,
the
take
hold
some
up,
Addy
bro.
or
Muslims could
something,
figure
bro.
this
You're
out.
too hyper.
Bro, I
Yo,
don't have
hold
no
up,
pills, bro. I
Black
can't pop
boy.
no pills, bro. I don't have pills, bro.
It's
I'm not popping no pills
forget
anyways.
about the. Yo, bro. Listen, forget about the pills, all right?
Listen. You have three.
You're just saying.
Michael,
Yo,
he
yo,
already
you need to calm
finished.
down,
You
bro.
have three gods.
Yo,
You could. Well, first of all, you cut me off before I even finished, and then you
yeah.
made a false dilemma. I'm not saying I'm.
Gods, bro. You have three gods.
Are you
You
gonna let me
have
talk?
three gods
Yeah, can
according
you
to
let
that
him
logic.
finish, bro?
I have one God.
Okay,
I
that's
have a
cool.
Trinity. I
That's
have a
cool.
Trinity, bro.
Can you let him finish?
Go ahead, bro.
Let him
Go ahead,
finish.
bro.
Yeah. So I just said they're not dependent or independent. It's a category error.
That's not what
We
you
would say that
said.
they're intrinsic to each other.
Ad hoc. Ad hoc, bro. Stop
No, it's
ad
not ad
hocing,
hoc. I
Wait,
didn't
do
bro.
you
switch
know
my
what an
position.
ad
You
hoc
Yes,
just
it
is?
keep
is,
going in
What's an
bro.
order.
ad hoc? Do you know what an ad
You're
hoc is?
shifting your position. You're
No, I'm
What's
shifting
an
what
not.
you
ad hoc?
said from the
Wait, what's
start,
an
bro.
ad hoc, block boy?
Shifting a position that you earlier stated to something different. Thank you very much.
You're shifting a
Did you or did you
position
not
that
just ad
what?
hoc that position
No, I never said
that
they were
you
independent of
held
each
to?
other. I never said they were
You
independent
didn't
of each
have
other.
to. You
I didn't
argued
even hear his
against the
definition.
dependency. You said God is not dependent on
Yeah, God is
himself,
not dependent upon anything.
which means he's not dependent upon himself. But we know that God is dependent upon himself
What the
because
hell are you
of the
talking about,
Trinity,
bro?
What
I
because
is
don't.
what is
of the
wait?
story
Dude
of
has no idea
creation.
what he's talking about. Look, I'm just
Let's
gonna
break
throw the
that down.
use
Let's break
of
that down. What does it even mean to be dependent upon yourself?
Self-sufficient.
No, that's
Okay,
not
so
Refute me.
self-sufficiency.
wait, no,
Refute me.
Michael,
Refute me.
Michael, Michael.
Refute me. Go ahead.
Hold to
Go
what he
ahead.
just
Refute me.
said. Wait.
Refute me.
What is self-sufficient dependency?
Yeah, you depend on yourself to be self-sufficient.
Bro.
Wait, you think self-sufficient means to be dependent on oneself?
So wait. When you are
How are you self-sufficient?
self-sufficient, when you are self-sufficient, who do you depend on? It's literally
Bro,
in
you
the
don't
title.
depend
Who do
on
you
anyone,
depend on?
bro. You're
Who do you depend on
self-sufficient.
when
You
you're
don't depend on anyone.
self-sufficient?
I
Who
just
do
You don't
answered it
depend
like
on
3
anyone.
times now. I just
this
answered it
guy?
like three
You guys
times.
are
You don't
slow.
depend on anyone. I already answered.
You depend on yourself, hence self-sufficient.
Wait, which philosopher are you like getting this from? Who says this?
Get down. Get down, bro. Oh my goodness. Why the Christians attacking me for this, bro? Just because I say something you don't agree with? Okay, whatever, bro. Don't agree with me. You don't have to like, bro, seriously, bro. This is crazy. Even the Muslims know, Michael, bro. Even the Muslims know what you said, bro. Means you worship three gods. You said there are three independent persons. So you have three independent gods. This is why Muslims don't respect Christianity. They don't respect Christians who believe in the Trinity, bro. Because people like you, sorry to say, who say stuff like that. But that's crazy. I'm not running from anything. I'm not running from anything. And then you ad hoc your position, said, oh, no, what I really meant was God is not dependent on anything, but he depends on this, that. No, like you just contradicted yourself. Stop contradicting yourself.